What's up, guys? So today, working on the Duramax, we are gonna be doing some front end stuff. So I got wheel bearings in this box, a whole bunch of suspension bushings, and we are gonna be doing a upper control arms as well as some leveling kit from Rough Country. Some boxes. So I bought these a while ago, but figured now is the time. I got some time off of work, so figure now is a good time to do it. So we're gonna go ahead, get those replaced or get those installed. Oh, it's a Banshee, because you know 1992 all original. But yeah, so first things first, we're just gonna measure the distance. Typically, what I like to do, I just like to put a mark or a tape, and then I put a mark wherever. Yep, 39.5. Write that down. And do the same on the other side. Okay, so you can either measure. From here, I just sprayed some paint. That way we can see the line when you get it back. But that's just to give you a reference, and you can adjust the final ride after. But we're gonna go ahead, loosen this, put on the tool. There's a special tool for that, and then you can remove the cam. But I'll put you on a tripod, and I know these are seized, so I tried soaking these with oil. But we'll see what happens. So this you can just loosen. This is 18 millimeter. Very straightforward. And as you can see, so you just tighten up to that line. And then it's tight here, so you have a tool. You can use a ball joint press too as well. But I'm just gonna use this tool. So basically, once this comes loose and you can remove this, then you're clear. I can't put my impact on this because the socket is too long. So I gotta go by hand. See, it's coming loose right there. Then once that's loose, then just remove it. Place that on the side. And then you want to release this. So I tried several different ways as far as removing these in the past. On the other side, I had to cut it with my grinder, so there's nothing I could really do on that part. Tried my hardest to get it. I tried putting a bottle jack to this point and putting it to the cross member in the back. Ended up bending my my mounts, my cross member mounts, so that didn't work. It's a good idea, but it sees. I tried heating it up. Heating it up does work, but with me being on the ground, it's just super duper hard to even get any type of leverage. If I had a lift, then maybe I can pound it away with my 10-pound sledge, but fortunately that's not the case. So there, and then now what you do is just pound here. We'll see what I can do. Still early in the morning. I don't want to ruin the neighbor's morning right now, but you just pound here. Hopefully it goes. There's something you can pry in here to wiggle it loose, and usually on the lower control arm in the front. Sometimes it's seized in there too, but typically you can get that side off. But see what happens. She's on there good. Yep, she didn't even move. Broke her loose from the front. So what I'm doing, I'm just drilling these, and then I'll go with my cold punch or my air chisel to break it, and then I'll release the tension off the keys on the bar. So basically, this is the key that was stuck. I drilled it a little bit. I just had a hard time drilling, so I just went with a grinder enough where you don't need to go all the way. And then I just went with my cold chisel or my air hammer, just so I could break this. And once you break this tension, it comes off easily. I'm sure if I had a lift where I could get some good pounding on it, then it'll come off. But fortunately, if it doesn't come off or it doesn't move in a few hits, this is probably what you're gonna have to do, and it's seized. So, but yeah, and then we can put the new key on. Put this back. What? Huh?
I said, look at those veins popping out.
Okay. Yeah, see ya. Control arm shocks, and that's basically it. This is all a part for the 3-inch lift. Typically you won't have to remove this portion. Sometimes you may, sometimes you may not, but I am, because I'm replacing the wheel bearing. But I believe this is an 18mm nut, so just go ahead, take this off, put it back on, just leave a few threads. And basically what we're going to do is strike here to pop this up. Eight-pound sledge. It's my forming hammer. I can't really. it's loose, so you can take that out. And then also we'll be removing the shock. So that then we're gonna have to remove these. I think these are 21 millimeters on the top, the upper control arms. And typically, while you're at it, yeah, these are 21. Just go ahead and get those loose. Oh, no, it's not that pretty tight. So get those loose if you can. One seems to be on there. Pretty good. Well, what I'll do, I'll remove the shock. That way I can get access to these with my impact. This is pretty much off already. Just leave this on for now. So next I'll just go ahead and remove the shock. So if the shock is spinning, this is probably what you're gonna have to do. Get a vice grip and basically remove it this fashion. And then just go slowly. I don't have a gear wrench or anything like that. So that if you're not using the shock, once you have access, you can either cut the bottom or the top. But if not, this is what you're gonna have to do. You can put a jack on there and jack it up, and then you'll be able to cut it from the top. Or, and then once you get on the top, put the vice grip on the bottom, if anything. But yeah. The bottom bolt is a 21. Ta-da! Bilstein. Also gonna replace this lower this bump stop since it's rotted out. So new one only goes on one way basically, so the pin goes to the back, or the dowel, or whatever you want to call it. And that size will be various depending on what brand. This particular one, 18. So this would be a 21. Let's see if we can break it loose. Came off. It's probably seized in there like the other side. Let's see what happens. Oh, that one's good. But unfortunately, I believe this side we won't be so lucky. This snap-on gun is probably one of the strongest out there. If you ask me, I don't know. I'm biased towards snap-on somewhat, but yeah. That one, I don't think I can break loose. I did purchase this icon though. I'm feeding this one. It won't be so friendly. Oh man, yeah, it's seized. Shit. Okay, so put on the new camber bolts. And these are Moog camber bolts, which are 22 millimeter. That's that. I think next we can jack this one up. Oh, got some threads. First, let me find out what size this is. This is an 18. Next, we got our, I guess, M shock or M1 shock. It's the orientation first. In a second. And then this one will go on top. This way and down. So that's the problem we're gonna have right here on the top. Oops, we might not have enough thread, so what I'll do there, I'll jack it up a little bit more. Maybe we can put our axle nut back on. That's typically 36. Go ahead, put the rotor, grease the ball joint and whatever else I can get to, and we should be pretty good. Put the rotor back on. Well guys, that's the front end done. The back, the truck actually looks level the way it is now. That's with the marks being at the original position on the torsion keys. Go ahead and remove the rear shocks first. We'll put them in place, but these they do have a top, so whichever way you want to face it, I guess. just like that. You can also do this with the tires on, but I know from where this truck comes from that I'm gonna have to inspect a lot. So it did come with some hardware, U-bolts as well as washers and some nylock nuts. Anyways, take a look at this. I'm not sure how much longer this would last. These are 22. And now we can we'll repeat it the same on the other side and put the shock in. Oh, sucks. Missed it. Okay guys, here it is. You can pretty much, you can tell the difference. It is lifted. I think I need some bigger tires or some wheels. But so front is basically almost at a 3-inch at the factory bolt height on the torsion key. So if I back it down, it'll probably come down a little bit, and I'm sure it'll settle. Once it settles, it'll probably be okay. So I'll probably leave that for a little bit before I adjust anything. But overall, I gotta say, I mean, you can definitely tell it's lifted or leveled or 3-inch or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so as I was saying, that was the mark from this line, 39.5. So 3 inches plus 39.5, 42 is what I should be somewhat getting. So I'm actually getting 43, so maybe a ½ inch higher. I'm not sure. Let's go to the other side. So to this mark, 38 3/4. So I'm getting about 42 1/4. So I'm a little bit higher on this side, I would assume, but about half-inch on this side. So I guess maybe once the suspension settles and the driver, then might go down on this side. I'm hoping so, but again, truck looks pretty. It's a lot higher than I expected. Maybe too high for me, but that's it, guys.